Four sets of B&B owners go head-to-head.
Come on, guys!
As they check in at each other's places...
Oh, my God! That's minging.
...and size up the competition.
I think that's a little bit insulting.
There is an intrigue there. It might be a skip, a two-bedroom skip, who knows?
Today, the B&Bers are bowled over...
Oh, that's a silly game, isn't it?
And there's bad manners at breakfast.
Shouty!
Manuel!
I would have slung them out.
As they battle...
Andrew, come on.
...to be named best value for money.
I'm not Superman, but I'm the next best thing.
The final visit of the week is to Chard in Somerset, where Andrew and Claire Ashmore are the new owners of the Ammonite Lodge guest house.
We are novices. We've been here 6 months. We can't do much about the way it looks yet. We can't afford it.
But the couple think they've got a secret weapon in the form of Andrew's previous career in five-star hotels.
What I think will enable us to win is the service delivery that Claire and I give to the customer, along with the breakfast. And when you see the breakfast spread that we do, that's going to give us an edge.
Rooms at the Ammonite Lodge cost £80 a night, and Claire thinks Andrew's service delivery comes over very loud and clear.
He's sometimes called Mr. Shouty by a few of us.
Mr. Shouty? I just think that's absolute slander.
The first guests are painting a picture of today's hosts.
Andy might be sitting around reading the paper, Claire would be demurely in the kitchen knocking up some scones or something like that. The reality may be completely different. He might be running around like a headless chicken. You know, she might be shouting at him, and hope so.
The man with the chaos theory is artist Bob Osborne, who owns the at-home B&B in Chiswick, West London, and is joined by his girlfriend, Georgie Flint. When he hosted last time...
Hey!
Bob!
His attention to detail missed the mark with his guests.
Oh, my God! That's minging. I'm not sleeping with that.
Over dinner, Bob filled his rivals in on his laid-back approach.
Sometimes I'd never see my guests. For me, that is the perfect scenario because I get paid, I never have to see them, and I never have to do anything for them.
And Andrew returned the favour by putting forward his own five-star service.
I want people to be comfortable. I want, if they've got a problem, please tell us. We'll fix whatever you can.
Just want to please people.
I genuinely do.
Come feedback, Bob's pad got the thumbs down.
I wouldn't stay here again.
I think, sadly, it has to be a no.
We love you, but not enough to stay here again.
The comments were a bit over fussy. The fact that I've got a B&B in such a desirable location, whereas some of the other contestants are obviously struggling to fill their B&Bs, I think that sort of, put them slightly on edge.
But today, Bob's coming out fighting.
I think I'm still very much in this competition. Mr. Shouty's quite good. I mean, he talks the talk, so let's see if he can walk the walk.
Bob, George, hi. Hi, mate. Nice to see you. Right, come on in to our room 1. Price of the room is £80, including full English breakfast. I hope you have a lovely stay with us.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Good to see you. Thank you.
Well, it's a sweet crib, isn't it?
Bob may still be down with the kids, but the next guests are hoping he hasn't got a downer on them.
I'm looking forward to seeing Bob, and I really hope that he's not holding anything against us, and it'll be nice to see everybody.
Graham and Julia Ashley own Outfields Farm in Bedfordshire. And on the previous visit...
Hey!
Julia's hijinks during Bob's art class...
Postcard.
Thank you. Come on.
...didn't go down a treat with the host.
Julia didn't seem to focus on the task in hand.
And at breakfast, Julia was still playing it for laughs.
You haven't complained about anything yet, so that might
What
change.
is there to complain about, Bob? Where shall we start? Once we've discovered all the hideousness and everything, it was a right laugh.
But they think today's visit will be no joking matter.
Andrew and Claire are our major opposition. He is the five-star professional. We are expecting great things from Andrew and Claire.
We think it will be like going to Buck House with the Queen.
Good call. Hi, matey. Nice to see you.
We've got you in room 4. So, price of the room is £80 a night, including full English breakfast.
Excellent.
Hope you have a lovely stay.
Beautiful.
All right.
Thanks a lot, pal.
Bye now.
Nice and cosy.
Yeah.
And welcoming.
While Graham and Julia feel warm and fuzzy, the final guest is also feeling the love.
I really do like Claire and Andrew, and I hope I'm not disappointed. I really don't think I'm going to be disappointed.
Gaynor Walker owns Nateby Inn in Cumbria. On the second visit to Julia and Graham's, she put her money where her mouth was when she questioned their breakfast's bottom line.
You'd never, ever get this for £5 anywhere.
No.
You'd never get that type of fruit on the table. I can guarantee you now this is a loss.
And today's hosts aren't expecting an easy ride.
Gaynor's going to be our toughest critic, definitely.
I'm not playing any games or anything like that. I've tried to remove the fact that I really like these people out of my head and be as honest as possible.
Hello. Come on in.
Oh, thank you.
Our room rate is £80 per night, which includes full English breakfast.
Oh, thank
All right.
you. Yeah,
See you
lovely,
later.
Thank you. I thought it would be better.
With the hosts out of the way, the guests see if Ammonite Lodge is worth shouting about.
Greetings from Chard.
Blimey, they put our names on here. Dear Bob and George.
I like the weather because it's nice to know whether you want to go out or stay in.
Just sort of got cream walls and it doesn't really have much character or feeling to it.
Well, that's good. We've got blackjacks, love hearts, sweets from Andy's childhood.
Nice, quirky idea, I like that. Yeah, I'll copy that idea.
I think they haven't got round to upgrading this bedroom yet.
I would change these doors. 70s, really, isn't it?
Really nice white bedding, spotlessly clean.
These sunken lights in the ceiling are a bit interesting.
Looking forward to sleeping in this.
Yeah.
Can't fault behind the back of there. Absolutely spotless.
It's dinky, isn't it? You know, it's neat. I mean, I like it.
I think this is one of those jigga toilets.
Oh, a jobby chopper.
Room inspection's almost over. Gaynors playing snap with the smellies.
We use the same supplier.
Bob's getting psyched out by the shower.
What's happening? Is it me?
And Julia and Graham are reliving their glory days.
You can see the back of the headboard. It's now got foam on it, but it obviously chafes.
Do you think it used to be the honeymoon suite?
The sleepy town of Chard is deep in the heart of Somerset. So this afternoon, the hosts want to open their guests' eyes to the West Country lifestyle with a typical pub pastime.
We're actually going to be going skittling. Any ideas what skittles is?
Like 10-pin bowling? When you're playing a game like this, you want to beat the other blokes and not be beaten by any of the girls.
You've got every chance of winning.
I mean, I'm not Superman, but I'm the next best thing.
I'm going to give the boys a run for the money and hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll win.
So it's straight down to business, and every skittler for themselves as the B&Bers go head-to-head.
Last one buys the drinks, George.
But Gaynor's quick to prove there's nothing wrong with throwing like a girl.
So jammy.
Jammy, it's
That was
talent.
jammy.
I think Gaynor is competitive in all things she does. And obviously, in a little game like this, she showed quite a steely determination.
Not happy. Long way to go.
And when it comes to skittles, Andrew doesn't have the skills to pay the bills.
Oh, my God!
I think Andy took it seriously until he realised that he wasn't going to win.
OK.
You tried too hard.
No, I didn't. I didn't really care. It's a silly game, isn't it?
Silly or not, one man is going all out for victory.
Bob is so laid back, but he is a competitive person when it comes to sport, when it comes to challenges.
But one renegade is threatening to be the day's true Bobby Dazzler.
Julia does like to have a lot of attention, so that's just Julia to do things differently our own way.
It's a bit boring, isn't it? Just like rolling a ball next, roll a ball next. Oh, no. Any sport or anything that needs conforming to, I like to try and have another angle on it, let's say. I can't take this seriously.
It's a bit irritating when you're actually playing a game and, there are walls and somebody's just sending it down backwards and getting completely freaky scores. You think, well, what is the point of trying to do it correctly?
Julia is tied in first with Bob and Gaynor.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is we're going to have a playoff. I think Bob was a bit annoyed that there were 2 women in the final. I think he was definitely annoyed that Julie got in the final.
6. Oh, you beauty! Full house, full house.
And with Gaynor gunning for glory, she needs to knock down all the Skittles to beat Bob.
Bob is the winner.
It's nice to see Bob win, isn't it?
Terrific.
It's not that I want to beat other people.
You do?
Yeah, actually, you're right. I do want to beat other people. I'm just trying to be nice. I want to ground them into the dust.
The final visit of the week is to the Ammonite Lodge guest house in Chard, Somerset. And this evening, hosts Andrew and Claire are wining and dining their guests at a local restaurant.
Can I just say, what a delightful day and lovely to have spent the whole week with you. Bob, even you, mate. Cheers, Bob. Jammy winner.
And as the group tuck in, this afternoon's Skittles tournament is still on Bob's mind.
I suppose doing an activity like that, it does show who has it in their nature to be competitive. And I don't know if that translates from the sport to the business. In my case, I don't think it does.
Bob is an enigma. He really is. He wanted to win the Skittles desperately. Yet he doesn't give a damn about his business. I don't understand that. Why wouldn't that apply to his business?
But Bob's keen to push his customer service philosophy.
With me being in London, if I treated my guests in the same kind of, not overbearing, but, you know, fussy fashion that you all did, they wouldn't expect it. But you guys have to work a hell of a lot harder than me in order to generate the same business. And I'm just so pleased that I don't have to do any of that.
To have that attitude and be successful is just amazing. You know, it's like, how, you know?
I think they envy my ethos.
I was just going to say,
they're not in a position to copy it because they're not in such beautiful locations as I am. People are not exactly beating a path to their door, are they?
Bob says that's what you get. My time is mine. I'm putting my energy into my life. And fair play to him, really.
Yeah.
We can't do that.
But Claire wants to do the big sell on her man's 5-star approach.
The reviews that we get back are very good. They always do include that Andrew is very good at finding something in common with the guest and picking up on it and taking them and making them feel special.
I think she's right. Andrew is the type of person what will make everybody feel special.
So far, it's been great, but, you know, special, I mean, I don't know that anything's been special.
As it's the final supper, the group think back to their first meetings.
Of course, when I saw you, Julia, and immediately I thought cross between Barbara Windsor and Jordan. A touch of Danny LaRue thrown in.
Yeah. Bob's description of Julia was absolutely spot on. She's all over the place. She's a 1960s buxom, bawdy comic kind of thing.
I am a bit of a man beast.
All matron.
So Julia carries on by giving Bob as good as she got.
I thought the hippies had moved in. I thought, oh dear, am I going to have to share? Is it a commune? I genuinely thought it was a load of hobos moving in. I thought, oh, how exciting.
I can understand her saying that about you.
Yeah.
But not really.
No, but not you.
I mean, I'd have flowers in my hair
But
and
you
things.
do have a kind of free way of dressing that is kind of peasant clothes and
You're calling me a peasant?
But then, when we actually met you, it was just great.
In the past, I thought Julia's overstepped the mark a little bit, but now I'm actually quite used to her.
But Bob's determined to get the last word of the evening.
Surprisingly, normally someone irritates you after a while, and I actually am not irritated by anybody. I mean, I find you all incredibly amusing. You know, I'm saying this to your face, of course.
That's very good. Brilliant.
So, after revelling in revelations, it's all back to Ammonite Lodge for some shut-eye.
I think I'll sleep well because this bed's really comfy.
Yeah.
But I think I'm just a bit worried about someone going to the loo and flushing it in the middle of the night.
What?
I mean, it is seriously noisy.
The springs are all sticking out, so I hope I'm going to have a good night's sleep.
I'm looking forward to breakfast.
You're always looking forward to your food. Night.
Good night, darling.
Next morning in Chard, and one of the guests is up early for a spot of plotting.
I'm trying to hatch as many ways as possible to be awkward to Andrew this morning, just to wind him up, so...
Don't be horrible. Why do you want to do that?
I want to see him sweat.
But there's one guest who's already hot and bothered.
The heating was a bit hot in the bedroom, so I thought if I open the window to get some fresh air in. So you can manage that bit, but this one just doesn't open at all.
Downstairs, Claire's preparing for some difficult customers.
I'm expecting tricky orders. I'm expecting Gaynor definitely to try and order something different.
But the guests are more concerned about the host's volume control.
Andrew's staff call him Mr. Shouty, because that's all he does around the house, apparently, is shout at people.
Mr. Shouty has retired.
We will see.
Mr. Shouty has become Mr. Smoothie.
So, as the guests take their seats, Mr. Smoothie arms himself with a clipboard.
George, what can I get you for breakfast this morning?
Andy walking around with that clipboard, he looked like Basil Fawlty or some complete incompetent.
It felt as if he was going to do a questionnaire with you.
Back in the kitchen, Claire keeps a close eye on proceedings.
Yes, he's there taking orders.
I'm going to have poached egg on a toast, a mushroom and a sausage and beans.
And beans, OK.
But there's nothing Smoothie about Andrew's handwriting.
I can't even read what he's put. If I get everything out, he can chop and change at the last minute.
I can't hear any shouting from the kitchen, so perhaps Andrew's not in the kitchen.
Maybe he's trying to read his own writing on the clipboard.
I don't know what that is.
Andrew, come on.
OK, Julia.
Right.
Julia's having a mushroom.
Right.
Everybody's having a mushroom.
Oh, right.
I would love to be a fly on the wall in that kitchen with Claire cooking and Andrew running in and out.
Orders deciphered, Andrew's back to put his service skills into action.
Hope I got that spot on. How's that?
Thanks, Andy. Looks great.
Delicious.
Oh, thank you so much.
Is that all right?
Oh, no, loads.
I didn't really see the five-star sort of service shining bright this morning.
Can I get anybody anything? I'll leave you to it. Call me if you need anything.
And he was a little bit sort of nervy, wasn't he? A bit sort of jumpy and get it done
Yeah.
type of thing.
Meanwhile, the hosts are keeping their guests under close surveillance.
Gaynor's not eating our breakfast, Claire. We need some more coffee. Do you want to wash it out? Don't
Because her
know.
plate's dirty?
No, not at all. She's just not
I
eating.
bet her plate's dirty.
How can it be dirty?
She'll probably say, oh, something, there's a hair on my plate.
There's no hair on the plate.
But before Andrew can lose his cool, Gaynor beats him to it.
Shouty!
Manuel!
Right.
Could we have some toast?
Yeah, well...
Brilliant. Great.
You must be a mind reader. The fact that he kept his patience, you know, it was way beyond the call of duty.
Well, you probably would have...
I would have slung them out.
Some more coffee, Graham?
Thank you, matey. It's lovely, thank you.
Will do.
Top coffee, very nice, thank you.
I think Gaynor will give us 7 out of 10, and she's playing a game.
And I want to know, how did you get 2 mushrooms and I only got 1?
I thought that Gaynor was definitely the pickiest one over breakfast.
Because you had eggs and sausages and beans, there wasn't mushroom on your plate, you see.
Oh, mushroom.
I enjoyed breakfast. I mean, the actual food that was on show was delicious.
It was cooked to perfection, and, you know, I couldn't fault the breakfast. I thought it was excellent.
As the B&Bers scarper upstairs,
Here we
This
go.
is going to be hard, I think.
The final time.
they now put pen to paper for the anonymous feedback forms.
How were your hosts at Ammonite Lodge Guest House?
I thought they were absolutely lovely. I've really enjoyed staying here.
I can't mark them anything less than a 10.
Welcoming and attentive.
I think it's got to be a 10.
How clean was Ammonite Lodge guest house? I'm meticulous with my cleaning, and I couldn't find anything.
Spotless to me.
Yeah, absolutely spotless.
10.
Yeah?
10.
10?
Yeah.
How were the facilities? I think they need to certainly change these cupboard doors.
I think the main problem was the very noisy loo.
Yeah.
Concerned with sealed window.
It doesn't need a complete renovation. I think we're probably looking at an 8.
I would say an 8.
Yeah.
I'm being very honest, and I'm going to go with a 5 because I think it just needed upgrade.
How did you sleep? I did get up for a pee, and I didn't flush the loo.
Yeah.
Simply because I didn't want to wake you up. So I think on that basis, I would knock a point off.
The mattress does need changing. It is quite lumpy. I didn't sleep well, so I am going to give a 5.
How was breakfast at Ammonite Lodge Guest House?
Delicious.
I had really high expectations for breakfast, not only the delivery, but the content. And I think both of those missed slightly.
Breakfast was cooked, you know, to perfection.
Slightly
Manic.
service.
I thought the service was brilliant.
For me, I'm happy to award a 10.
That's a 10.
I think, reluctantly, an 8.
Would you stay here again?
Yes.
I
Definitely.
I definitely
I definitely would.
I definitely would.
Absolutely.
It's a category yes.
Yes.
If they'd have us, we'll be back.
No. Of course I would.
They've had their say, now they let their money do the talking.
I think that's fair.
As they pay what they think their stay was worth. The payments will stay secret until the end of the week.
There we go.
Done.
For now, Andrew and Claire can see how they fared in the feedback.
OK, how are your hosts at Ammonite Lodge? 10. Friendly and humorous. Oh, that's very nice. How were the facilities at Ammonite Lodge Guest House? You had an 8. Very noisy loo. There is nothing we can do about the toilets unless we completely just gut them all out.
How was breakfast at Ammonite Lodge?
10 out of 10. Well, thank you.
Bye, so trendy.
Bye.
Would you stay here again? A definite yes.
A definite yes.
Here we go. How were your hosts at Ammonite Lodge Guest House? 10. Welcoming and attentive.
Makes us
Very
really
nice.
chuffed.
How were the facilities at Ammonite Lodge Guest House? And we got an 8. Cupboard doors, above, bed, need updating. Yes, we do know that.
We know that. As do spotlights.
Ceiling. What can I say? It was supposed to be ripped out. We keep selling the room. How was breakfast at Ammonite Lodge
You're not going to
Guest
like
House?
this. 8.
We had high expectations of
5-star fell slightly
short.
short. I don't understand that comment, to be honest with you. What did they expect? We had a superb buffet. Slightly manic service.
Manic? What does that mean?
Manic.
Really?
So maybe some nervousness came through.
No, that's wrong.
I'll ask them to explain that. I think they'll underpay us.
Take care.
Would you stay here again?
And the answer was yes.
Oh, that's nice. You ready?
Yep. Come on then.
How clean was Ammonite Lodge Guest House? I am meticulous with my cleaning, and I couldn't find anything. This is Gaynor. I think.
Oh, this is the best.
Yeah.
This is the best. Oh, a 10. Oh, thank God. How were the facilities? We got a 5. Rooms need upgrading. Yeah. Concerned with sealed window. Well, I opened it to clean it.
It does need a shove. I should have explained that on check-in. It is a low score, but her comments are valid.
How did you sleep at Ammonite Lodge? We scored a 5. Very good bedding, but lumpy mattress, and couldn't open the window to cool down.
I mean, she's already hammered us on the window. Now she's hammering us on the sleep because of the window. But the mattress is lumpy. I'll check it out.
How was breakfast at Ammonite Lodge Guest House? OK, here was a fussy person.
10.
Breakfast cooked to perfection.
Nothing about manic here. No manic. Lovely to see you. Would you stay here again? 3 yeses. So basically, we were great hosts. They all want to come back again.
No, I'm just going to book Graham and Julia into the Savoy next time. Here's your 5-star service, sweetie.
Next time, scores are settled
Do you mind telling me why you underpaid us?
and tensions run high.
I would normally not even eat out of it or drink out of it.
I just thought it was a complete joke. I mean, I don't know if she thinks she's the queen or something.
As the payments and the winners are revealed.
I think that was a little bit of an insult, really.